basic 2 beats, right? I've already told you about this. So there is only basic 2 beats in the Kanjira. One is the bass, that is with one finger on the rim. Then the next one is here in the center. Those are the 2 sounds which you are modulating, and you are finding sounds in between those 2. And the fingering is this is mostly classical. So you keep these 3 fingers together and that finger separately. So you can play. You can get a lot of leverage that way. And you really don't have to move anything more than your wrist. Even if you want to generate a lot of sound, you can do. So it's a forward and backward movement. That way it will be very easy on your hand. Okay, those are the basics. So those 2 sounds, remember that.
Marigami.
Those are the 2 areas where there are sounds. The in between, everything is modulated by this hand. If you press it down, it dampens it, right? It makes it smaller. So you can use that. So for example, if I have a big bass, it's usually used only in bass. So if you do, you can still do that, like that. You can damp it. So all the sounds are created. So if there's a simple beat like. It's a very plain one, but you can
do it again.
I'm only just playing it plain, but if you modulate it, you create the in-betweens. When you play that, when you play more of those in-betweens, it becomes softer on the ear. So those are the techniques you have to remember. Depending on the Kanjira, you will have a lot of this reverb sound. So there might be sometimes you just have to dampen it. See, the idea is to follow whatever percussion is doing and supplement it, not overtake it. So the sound should be very controlled. That's very difficult to play. So that comes if you play slightly with your fingertips only. Your hands are a little curved and you can play. So the sound is sharper. Okay? Those are the basics. The third thing, I should probably flip around and show you this because it's easy in this side. See, when I play, I only touch the fingertips, like the fingertips are touching, right? It's very difficult, but initially if you continue practicing like that, then the sound is more crisper. As opposed to if I do this, you hear all this jingling, but you don't hear that. Sound crispness will come only if you play with fingertips. Those are the base. That's the main thing you have to remember.
Because you're using only the tips.
Like that.
Start that again.
Okay. If you learn to practice with the fingertips and you're comfortable with it, later on if you want to even generate more sound, you can always play flat hand. That you can modulate the sound, because sound modulation is very important, or else it will dominate. Suddenly if you make even one mistake, it will dominate because it's a very powerful instrument. So you have to remember that. Okay, basic, most of the bhajans are in 8-beat, right, which is 8 counts for the one cycle of talam. So all you have to, you can play a simpler beat where it is just building up the bhajan in the beginning stages, something like that. You can just go like something like. So the components are very simple in this. There is only 2 units to this. Remember the flat and the bass sound. So you do 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, or 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. If you label this as 1, 2, so you do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's in the different regions of Kanjira. You can remember that.
Okay.
That becomes very easy. Okay, I'll play it flat. Okay, then you will know.
What does flat mean?
That is, I'm not modulating anything.
With the other hand?
With the other hand.
Okay.
But when I modulate, it becomes. adds more bhava, more feeling into it. You can generate some more.
Do it again. Slow.
So when you play in the fast mode, it looks like. Simple beat, but it doesn't start with 1 2 3. It starts halfway through. It's the only thing you have to remember. When you practice, you can practice this, but remember to start. It will start with sing a song or something like that. Some
Jaya Gananatha Sai Gananatha Jaya Gananatha Sai Gananatha Jaya Gananatha Sai Gananatha.
So it doesn't start with like that. It starts with like that.
Say it again.
Okay? It doesn't start with. It starts with the one of the last one.
Oh,
of the first
okay.
cycle starts
Okay.
with. It starts with not. Doesn't start with.
Right.
But it
Starts
starts
with the 46.
Okay. So the next beat is more like a rolling beat. To maintain during the bhajans and all that. It's like a support beat. It can also generate speed. So this is the one. Here, the fingertip playing might slightly change, but it's still very useful. Okay. So you play. This is a rolling beat. You play like. Very simple, right?
Are you still playing the tips of your fingers?
Yeah, I am, but I might, this also is hitting, so it might be generate some sound. Since it's a rolling beat, I want a lot of this jill coming.
Okay.
So you do. This is fingertip only. But when you want to generate some sound, you can just rest your hand a little bit here during the beat. It will do that. But what it is it gives a rolling continuous beat, so it establishes the beat. So simple beat, okay? That's all.
Okay.
That's all I'm repeating. So it's 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. It's like that.
Okay.
3 times here
Okay.
and once here.
Okay.
What you don't see is the modulation. With that you can do a lot again. So instead of I'll play it plain now. But when you modulate it, it becomes. Alright? So if you want to it's a very simple one. You can do that. If you want to generate some speed, you can do. Okay? Speed. That's it.
Govinda Gopala Prabhu Giridhari Govinda Gopala Hridaya Vihari Govinda Gopala Prabhu Giridhari Nanda Kumara Navanita Chora Hridaya Vihara Bada Chitta Chora Pati Vihara Bada Chitta Chora Govinda Gopala Prabhu Giridhari Govinda Gopala Hridaya Vihari Govinda Gopala Prabhu Giridhari नंद कुमारा नवनीत चोरा हृदय विहारा बड़ा चित चोरा परसी विहारा बड़ा चित चोरा गोविंदा गोपाल प्रभु गिरिधारी. How to start?
Not to start, I showed you
Just
the first
on the
one,
basic
right?
beats,
The basic beats.
Everybody practice.
1, 2, 1, 2, like that.
Sorry.
First get the sound. See, I'm playing it lightly, but you have to remember, sound is what you have to concentrate on, right? You know, I can play the same thing very like that jarring sound and all. But you have to remember, whatever you play, the sound is important. And controlling sound is the second thing you have to learn, because this can really, really dominate and ruin a bhajan. So you have to always be supporting. My thumb up rule is, if you cannot hear the singer, then that's too loud. The singer's voice should be heard above everything else. If you cannot hear the singer, then you're already playing too loud. So remember that. So sound control is the most important thing. And then sometimes there will be, you might need some loud thing to be played. That's where you have to
Speed
starts slow, it will automatically. If you get playing fast is not as important as playing clearly.
Okay.
So if you can get clarity at lower speeds, then slowly you can step up the speed. Then you will get clarity at higher speed. Clarity is very important. It doesn't matter if you play fast, slow and all that. Even in the second speed, if you play correctly on the beat with clarity, it's good enough.
Okay.
Then just with practice, all that you can do is only these two sounds, right? Only you are modulating in between those two. So that if you get those clearly, then automatically everything will come. So you play, and then you can play, and then slowly you can step up. But see, the clarity shouldn't go down. That's the main thing. பாட்டு எப்போ முடிஞ்சிருது ஆஃப் பண்ணு.